Well, look at that handsome fellow over there. Steve Monteleone from the It's About the Warrior Foundation joining us for episode 1 of the Danger Show podcast. Longtime friend.
Absolutely.
To me personally and to so many veterans in Western PA, Eastern Ohio, West Virginia. Steve, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, I'm honored to be your first guest, and I hope I'm not jinxing you either.
You know, I was looking back over the years. You've done this a long time now. So let's start with you are a veteran. Where did you serve?
I was in the Air Force for a long time ago. I'm old. From 1986 to 1992. About 6 years. I was stationed at a B-52 base, KC-135s, refueling tankers in upstate New York. It's called Griffiths Air Force Base in Rome, New York. But it's closed now, but I still go up there probably twice a year because I got some friends up there. It's just a great area to go and hang out. It's a good time for me to get away if I want to get out of the Western PA area. So I was in there for about 6.5 years, and I worked in logistics, personnel, readiness, assignments. I did a lot of stuff, but enjoyed my time. It was great.
And then when you came back to PA, you were a teacher for a while, and I know you still coach to that a little bit later, but I guess it was the year 2011 that you decided to start a foundation for local veterans.
Yeah, when I got out of the military, I came home and I went back to school at Slippery Rock University, got my teaching degree, and I started teaching, and then I found this government job through the Department of Defense. And it was a STEM program, science, technology, engineering, and math for at-risk kids. And I was doing that for about 13 years. And they came in 2011, the actual year I started the foundation, and said, hey, we're cutting your position. We don't have the money, typical government. Actually, it's 2013. And I just took a gamble, danger. I said to my wife, I'm like, hey, ex-wife, she's a great person, by the way. It's nothing.
Wonderful lady.
Yeah, she's great. And, it's just, hey, I'm going to do this and give it a shot. Took a huge pay cut, like a $40,000 pay cut, because the foundation was in its infancy stage and we weren't bringing in a whole lot of money. And then I met you and kind of evolved from there. And, it's a nice little cool nonprofit for local veterans.
I've always loved what you do, Steve, just because, and I don't know if this is true right now as much as it was the day I met you, 14, 15 years ago, but I always felt like veterans didn't get the appreciation and the love they deserve when they come back. I mean, there was almost this feeling that they just kind of drop them off back into society and, no thank you for what you did, because when you joined the armed forces, you were putting your life on the line. There's no guarantee that you're coming back.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
The thing of it is, you look at the Vietnam era, they were treated like shit when they came home, killing babies, your killers, whatever. And they got no respect. And nowadays guys come back and they get the respect, but, the Vietnam era, even the World War II era, the Korean era, they didn't talk about their experiences. It was like taboo. And nowadays, these guys, most of the guys, not all, like to vent and get it out. But when you raised that right hand, you knew that you could go into combat and, make the ultimate sacrifice if that's what happens, unfortunately. And a lot of guys have, we just passed Memorial Day, and 1.2 million people from the Civil War to now have paid the ultimate sacrifice. But yeah, I mean, nowadays, you see a lot more respect for military coming home. It's great to see.
I think there's been a push, to show the respect that's due to men and women that put their life on the line for this country. And that's really going back to your foundation. That's what I love about it. I've always loved about it is you raise money and then you do nice things for veterans locally.
Absolutely.
Tri-state area, Western PA,
Right.
Ohio, West Virginia. And I've said this, many times on the radio over the years. I don't care what you're doing. If you're doing it for veterans, I don't care. But you do disclose what you do for veterans. And real quick here, before we start talking about the Sportsman's Bash, which today's the day the tickets go on sale, if there's some veterans or someone that has a family member that's veterans out there that's going to check out this podcast, what does the It's About the Warrior Foundation do for local veterans?
Well, two things. The two things people want to know are, number one, what do you do? And number two, where's your money go? So basically our programs that we have, we have a mental health program. One of the things we've been focusing the last 5-6 years is mental health. In the beginning of the foundation, we had so many programs, it would spread us too thin. And I told the board members, let's cut it back and be really good at a few things. But we have a mental health program. What we do is I'm in the office here at Regeneration Pittsburgh in Wexford, PA. You can see behind me right here. These are the leg cushions that I'm actually in the IV drip room that we have.
Okay.
And people can come in here and get an IV drip. They can get, all kinds of treatment. And what we do also is once a month we meet as a group here at the office in Wexford and just shoot the shit and talk about your feelings, what's on your mind. Everybody gets it off their chest. It's great. It's awesome. And then we have a therapeutic program as well with equestrian program with Orchard View Staples in Wexford right down the road here. And the veterans love that. I mean, we had a guy that was afraid. This guy has been in more combat situations, lost teammates, he was afraid of two things, spiders and horses. And I'm like, what? Like spiders and horses, and this guy was a bad dude. Like he's been in some heavy combat. And he went to this equestrian program and he loves it. He's there all the time and a bunch of other veterans. It's really good and therapeutic for the boys there. And then, we have an outreach program. We have a hockey team that travels around the country. The Pittsburgh Warthogs were called. Ice hockey. We just won the Ryan Malone Foundation Family Tournament. It was a 7-team tournament. We just won that. We won the Cincinnati tournament this year. We've been to Vegas, Chicago, Tampa Bay, Nashville. So we travel, and then we also play local tournaments as well. And then we have the outreach program is intended to bring that camaraderie back that you had in the military. You know how it is, like all the friends you've made over the years. So we try to do as much as we can with the families as well. Because one thing that people got to realize is the families take a heavy toll on guys that struggle. So we try to get them, and it's really cool to see because then the veterans are making new friends, the wives are making new friends, the kids are making new friends. It's really cool to see. And then we have an outdoor program. We have an outfitter in Wyoming. We have one in Texas, one in Missouri. And what we do is we send guys hunting or fishing. As a matter of, me, you've seen me out there. I go to Wyoming for about 3 weeks. Rusted Oak Ranch, Jason and Darlene Coder at Rusted Oak Ranch in Sundance, Wyoming. It's awesome. We go out there, we hunt, we have private ranch. We do turkey in the fall. I'm sorry, in the spring, and then in the fall we're sending 2 guys to go antelope, and then 3 guys to go whitetail and mule deer hunting. So that's basically in a nutshell what we do.
And you put a lot of work in to find these fun experiences for local veterans. And I think and let's get to the Sportsman's Bash because tickets went on sale today. They're $50 each. It happened September 26th. And when you ask someone to donate, people do it because they care. But if they can get something nice and donate, that's a win-win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A good time for a good cause.
Absolutely.
And here it is right here. It's About the Warrior Foundation Tri-State Area Sportsman's Bash
Absolutely.
happening Saturday, September 26th at the Pepsi Roadhouse in Burgettstown, PA, which I think this is the third or fourth year we've done that. Done it there?
It's the fourth year. Yep.
Fourth year. And I love the folks at the Pepsi Roadhouse. And then who's providing the guns this year?
National Armory in Moon Township.
Love those guys. A National Armory sponsor of the Danger Show podcast. They're online at national-armory.com, right out of Moon. And they did a great job last year. And it could be amazing. Another amazing sportsman's bash.
Yeah, the tickets are $50, and you get 2 numbers on a ticket. But that also includes free food and free beverages all day. There's the back of the ticket, and on the back of that ticket is about $30,000 in prizes and cash.
And you can see the giveaways start at noon up at the top of the ticket, and it's about every 10 minutes we give away a prize.
Right, and then you got a great grand prize. And then we also have additional guns on the floor that we pull tickets and we auction those off. I mean, last year, the guy couldn't believe it. He goes, "You guys sold 32 guns on the floor." He goes, "That's unbelievable." So it was just a great day of, fundraising. And it's the cool thing too is, you got the veterans that actually are helping.
Mm-hmm.
So you could talk to the guys within the foundation, because people always want me to be on, or, "Hey, I need you to come to this event." Well, you know what? I do all the work. Just why don't you ask them, get it from the horse's mouth, how the foundation has helped them. You know what I mean? And I think that's
but the Sportsman's Bash, you probably have this, Steve, at all your events, and I don't see it at every event, but all those veterans that come out with their wives or families and volunteer.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
they really get involved with the cause.
Yeah, because I tell them, "Hey, look, we're raising money for you and your family. This isn't for me." Yeah, sure, I'm the only paid employee with the organization. Everybody else is a volunteer. But I do 99.9% of the work. And I always tell them, this is for you. Like, if you want to go on next year, we'd like to go to Dallas, the hockey team, and play in their tournament in Dallas. Well, you're going to have to raise money for flights and hotels, or we'll pay for the hotel, you pay for the flight. And people have to realize things cost money. So you got to have it, so a lot of those guys pay it forward, and they come to the events and they help out. And it's great to see. But the Sportsman's Bash, like I said, we got Christian Beck, who was there last year, and everybody kept saying, who is that guy?
He's that handsome man right there. He'll be performing. He's really good too, out of Beaver County. I've said it for years. One of the most talented singers from this region ever. I mean, the guy can sing.
Let's not stroke his easy ego here. You're probably watching. Oh, look at him, the best singer ever.
He really is good. Yeah, he really is good.
I just bust his chops. Yeah, him and I are great friends too. I mean, I met him same time I met you, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah. I remember the first time I met him. I ever tell you that story?
No.
Well, he was young. He was still in high school. And he called me, and he's like, and I had just started the foundation. It was like 2011 or 12. And this young kid from Freedom calls me. "Hey, my name's Christian Beck. I'm a singer. I'm going to release a CD. I want the money to go to you guys. I heard you're starting a foundation." And I was kind of like, "Okay, I'll check it out." So we went to this place in Beaver County. It's a golf course, and there was a lot of people there, and he sang. And I was like, "Man, this kid's pretty good." Raised a lot of money, and we kind of hit it off. And ever since then, we've been friends.
We used to play his songs on the radio back then, and I thought he was like an old man, because it was like "Country is Dirt." And then when he came into the studio and he was like 19, I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, "Man, you're a young punk." And now he's married and has 2 kids and can't do anything.
He's busy. He's busy.
He's a busy guy. He's not, but he's great. He, he has done so much for the foundation. He volunteers his time, and he's really good friends with a lot of veterans. Matter of fact, he's working for Bob Sarah.
Okay. Oh, is he? Okay.
Who's a Marine, has that company. He's working for him, making a ton of money. So,
well, Christian Beck, in spite of how many times he's retired and unretired from the country music business,
right,
he has always been there for the It's About the Warrior Foundation. Absolutely. It's obviously something he's passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he has a tattoo too on his arm.
Speaking of young punks,
here we go. Cross Creek, the band.
They're out of Wellsburg, West Virginia, and I think as of just like a couple days ago, they're allowed back in the state of Pennsylvania again.
That doesn't surprise me. The Graham brothers. They're the best.
They're performing at the Sportsman's Bash, and they've done this a couple times over the years too.
Yeah.
Some of those guys are veterans.
Yeah,
Johnny, the guy playing the drums in the back, yeah, he served.
They're great. They're hilarious. Like Chad, the lead singer, I just sent him stuff text while he's like, hell yeah, man, let's go. Like he's all fired up, you know. His wife won the grand prize, I think 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years ago. She went crazy. They won a safe, all these guns,
and they deserve it too, because all the bands and they all volunteer their time. And if they buy a ticket and put the ticket in because we try to be transparent. Like I'm the guy up there announcing, right? I host it, which by the way, I'm honored to be back again this year, Steve. September 26th, Pepsi Roadhouse, the It's About the Warrior Foundation Sportsman's Bash. But we have that big, what's the spinny thing called? It's like the lottery thing,
wheel.
The wheel. You spin all the names around, you reach your hand in. I try to get someone different from the crowd to reach in every time because you want to keep it all on the up and up. This is fair. But you see a band like Cross Creek that's come out so many times over the years and volunteered.
Right.
And when they won, I was like, good for them. Good for them.
That's awesome. And the thing of it is, too, is you have all these volunteers, again, are veterans. But like you said, these guys are volunteering their time. They love coming to, and then they bring all their people with them.
Right.
And those West Virginia, they love drinking their beer and having a good old time. You know what I mean?
Burgettstown's just right across the border.
Yeah, and we've been doing this Sportsman's Bash at Pepsi Roadhouse. I think this is our 4th year. Even when we were in Canonsburg at the rink, I never heard everybody said, this is unbelievable gun bash. This is great, blah, blah, blah. You guys are transparent. You got the bands. It's constantly going. I'm like, well, that's the point. And the one thing about the foundation is when I started this is I said, look, I'm not going to prison. Okay. I'm going to be transparent as can be. Everything's on the website, the 990s, where our money went. It's all out because people are always like, where's your money go? And I tell them, or if you want to see, it's on the 990s. Like, I'm not going to prison. I'm too old for that.
I know when I met you, you told me that, there were other foundations out there that you didn't feel like were given enough of the money back. And you always told me there was like a scale. You wanted to make sure that every dollar donated, only a tiny little bit went to the administrative part, which is necessary, but it's at a minimum with your foundation.
Right, because I'm the only paid employee. I mean, and most people in organizations, foundations, they're making 6 figures. I'm not even close. But I don't do this for the money. I mean, it's a nice salary, but I'm not in it for the money. I do it to pay it forward, and I enjoy it. Just like I enjoy coaching.
And Steve, I tell people all the time, you talk about that you're the only employee and you're hustling. And I've watched you put time and effort and passion into this. And you are a veteran too. So it's just like a win-win. You know what I mean? The only guy getting paid, he's a veteran too. I love it.
Like I tell these guys, I can call a Marine a jarhead or maybe a squid or Army a grunt because I've been in the military and people are like, can I say that? I'm like, I wouldn't say that. Especially to a Marine. Don't call him a jarhead. You know what I mean? Right. That's the advantage you got. And, like I said, when we have these meetings every once a month, like we all bust each other's chops. It's great. They bust me because I'm the old man. I'm grandpa.
But you know what? I've seen this with so many of the veterans. They look at you like either a big brother or a father figure. Grandfather figure. No, you're not that old, Steve. Come on.
61.
Are you?
Yeah.
Maybe slight grandpa. So anyway, back to this real quick. The It's About the Warrior Foundation Sportsman's Bash tickets on sale now. And Steve, they just go to iatw.us to get these tickets.
Well, go to iatw.us/shop. That'll take you to the shop store. So you just type that in, boom, and you'll see the ticket logo, the icon there, and you can click on it and buy your tickets.
All right, I'm going to put this in here and see if you tell me if this is right.
A lot of people go to the just the website and they can't find it.
You talking about that right there? It's on the screen now.
Yep, that's it.
iatw.us/shop to get your tickets. They're on sale today.
You're pretty slick with that stuff for the first timer.
Episode 1, man.
Yeah, I'd be all over the place. I'd be like, hey, I don't know where this is going.
So that's the website, $50. That includes the ticket where you get into every one of those drawings, which I'll pop those up here again from noon to 6 on September 26th. But you also get free food, free drinks, and the entertainment from Christian Beck and the Cross Creek Band. And I'm there hosting. And then Steve, every now and then, if there's enough donations, he takes his shirt off during the
oh, God. People are throwing up and leaving. Yeah, but
maybe we can get Christian Beck to take his shirt off this year.
That would be even worse. Have Chad Graham do it.
Chad Graham.
He'd probably take his clothes off down to his classes.
$10 donation and the Grahams will take their clothes off.
That would be him. I can see that would be funny. But if you look on the back of the ticket here, you got the National Armory logo up there in the corner, left-hand corner.
We buy guns. They buy guns. Buy, sell, and trade at National Armory.
And we auction off additional guns throughout the day on the floor. Like I said, last year we sold 32 of them, made a lot of money. And then you got Bucks and Bows on the left-hand side there. They donate the bows. We have 2 Matthews bows. And then you got Vigilant Medical Training, which is Army Special Forces friend of mine out of Texas. And then you got Triple Creek Enterprises. They're our major sponsor. Then you got Regeneration Pittsburgh, which is where I'm sitting right now, Dr. Tommy Burnett, who does all kinds of great things for physical and mental health. He's a wellness doctor. Then you got Valor Irrigation, which is Patrick Giardini. He's actually in a band.
Yes. And I was the announcer for Sewickley Academy girls basketball. My buddy Rob Shazer is the head coach this past year.
Right.
His sister plays for that team, Grace Giardini.
Yep.
And I said, "Hey, is your brother a rock star?" And she was like, "Yes, he is."
They're awesome. They actually got they formed something new. They have this girl now.
Okay.
I just can't remember their name, but and then you got Jisco Off Road, which is Oscar Mike, which is a tire company up in Slippery Rock. They're all veteran-owned companies.
I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like I said, from noon to 6 every 10 minutes. It's great. It's just not just because we're raising money for the foundation, but it's just a great day. Everybody's having fun, listening to live music. You're doing a heck of a job, and it just runs. They're like, "How do you get this?" I said, "I just have a system. Everybody knows I put everybody. You're doing this. You're in charge of this. You're in charge of this." And I just run the money back to Rhonda, who is our banker in the back, and she does a great job, and it's just a great time.
And the Pepsi Roadhouse, I want to give them a shout out. What a great place to have the event. Back in the day, we used to do concerts at Pepsi Roadhouse, probably from like 2003 to 2010. We had one like every month. I think I lived there part-time. And it was nominated. Huh?
I can't believe they don't do any more concerts.
I don't know. I think they just got into like banquets and stuff, but they were nominated by the Country Music Awards for Best Venue. I mean, they were killing it out there. So that's a stage. Taylor Swift played there, Keith Urban, Tim McGraw, David Allen Coe, who just passed away. Love that. Kenny Rogers, Willie Nelson. They all played there. It's a legendary stage. So it's a great place to go for this Sportsman's Bash to benefit local veterans.
It's right past. It's about, 500 yards past Star Lake.
Oh, yeah. If anyone says, "Hey, where's the Pepsi Roadhouse?" It's right next door to Star Lake out in Burgestown, right next door.
You get about 500 yards, you get down on the right. It's right there. And Lena's awesome. Her and her husband, they do a great job.
Oh, yes. The Bologna family. Yeah, they're killing it out there.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Michelle Johns. I just noticed, Steve, there's a comment feature on here. Michelle Johns shouted out, Matt Fargo. Guess who's back? I'm back, Matt.
Nice.
I'm back.
That's
hey, do you
awesome.
want to talk country music a little bit?
Yeah, talk whatever you want, man.
If you want to join the country club here, let's talk some country. Let's talk some country music. Let's go over to Thursday night Thursday night, this guy, Jamie Johnson's going to be at Timber Rock Amphitheater in Farmington, PA.
I haven't been up there yet. That's pretty nice, I heard.
Oh, dude, I was just there this weekend. They had Jody Messina on Thursday night. They had Gary Allen Friday night. And when you're sitting in those seats, you're just looking at the mountains over the stage.
Beautiful.
Actually, I have a picture. I'll show you a picture in a second. But Jamie Johnson is so talented. I should have seen it in color.
That's pretty good.
That he literally looks like Moses, and he can.
Or Santa Claus. Put that hair in a bow or a bun or whatever, and put your hat on. You'd be good.
And the ladies love him.
Yeah,
Jamie Johnson.
He just sang the national anthem, I think, Memorial Day down at D.C.
Yeah, he is an amazing talent. I mean, he's one of those guys when he sings, like everybody stops and listens when he opens his mouth because he's just got an unbelievable voice.
It's unbelievable.
And you can see him Thursday night this week. Jamie Johnson's out at Timber Rock Amphitheater in Farmington, PA. Go check out that beautiful venue and that beautiful man.
That's beautiful. He's good, man. He's got a voice.
You know what? I'm going to show, since this is my show and I can just do it, I'm just going to show you a picture of Timber Rock Amphitheater. Hang on. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, yeah. Here you go, Steve. Look at this baby right here. This is the view. Since I have video now, it's coming. I hope that, there you go. Look at that.
That is unbelievable. Wow.
So you're sitting in those stands and you're looking at that stage and then you're looking at those mountains over that. Woo.
What a view. How many people does that sit?
You know, that's a great question. I think it only holds like 3,000. So no matter where you're sitting in those stands, it's like a very intimate show.
That's unbelievable.
People are loving it.
Awesome.
The biggest show they had this is their third season. Last summer, Oliver Anthony, do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he had people on top of people. Gabby Barrett filled it up. I think Travis Tritt. I mean, they like country music up in the mountains. They have other shows too, though. They got rock and pop, but
it's a great place.
Yeah,
great place to stay too.
Oh yeah,
a little expensive, but.
And then on the North Shore this weekend, look who's coming to town.
Morgan Wallen.
The Still the Problem tour. And he's going to be there 2 nights, Steve. He's going to be there Friday night with Brooks and Dunn, Gavin Adcock, and Zach John King. And then he comes back on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And he's got America's new sweetheart, Ella Langley,
She's
with him. Oh, and then Gavin Adcock and Zach John King. So that's a weekend right there. And you remember when he was here 2 years ago, he played PNC Park. So this is like he's hit all the – well, I don't think he's ever played PPG Paints Arena. But he's done Star Lake. Now he's done PNC Park and Acrisure Stadium this weekend.
That's all. It'll be packed down there. I didn't know it was 2 days.
We should go down there and get in a fight in a porta potty. Remember that happened when he was at PNC Park? 2 girls got in a fight in a porta potty?
That blonde grabbed that girl by her hair and started beating the crap out of her. I'm like, damn, I want that on my team.
Look, man, we could do everything we can on this show tonight, but a porta potty fight's going to outstream us. I'm just saying.
God, we might go viral if that happens.
People love the porta potty fights. Are you kidding me?
Close the door, be going back and forth. What the hell's going on in there? Open up the door, beating the crap out of each other.
It's a porta potty fight. What do you think?
You got all that blue stuff all over you.
Hey, I saw on your socials that you're doing a 3D archery shoot to raise money for local veterans.
Well, they're doing it for us. He passed away last year, and he really loved our foundation. So his wife reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, we're having a archery shoot. We'd really like for you guys to be the beneficiary. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. And a few of our guys are going to go out and shoot. I told them I'm too good. I'm always 100% accurate in shooting. They probably would be mad I'd win everything. So you guys go ahead. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be on vacation. And so a couple guys are going to go out and shoot. And, the money's going to go to us. And she just reached out probably a week ago. It's a sad story. He's passed away last year. But, it'll be a good time. If you're an archery shooter, and I've gone to 3D shoots with Pat Covert, always had a 3D shoot for us as well. He had one last couple years at Possum Hollow. Possum Hollow. Beaver
That's
County.
country right there.
That's country.
Well, this one's the 2026 Steve McBride 3D Archery Memorial Shoot is in Bolger, PA. It says hosted by the McDonald's Sportsman's Foundation.
Right. And it's just a
July 25th and 26th.
Yeah, it's a great time, and raising money for our organization, which I was pleased with it. And I talked to her and gave her our condolences, and she said, "Hey, he loved your organization." And I said, "I appreciate that." And here we are, the beneficiaries. So, like I said, a couple of our guys are going down to shoot.
I love it.
Represent.
I also noticed that what happened at Hampton High School here? This was on your socials. You did like a scholarship?
Well, what happens is the lady on the left is Roz Kursop. Her husband was a Hampton police officer and part of the foundation. And he died of cancer 2 years ago. And I always wanted to have a scholarship program. And I thought this would be great because I can name it after him. But it's just for the Hampton School District. And they raised the money and sent it to me. And then we there's an application process through the school. And then we present them with the placards, which he has in his hand there. And then they get $2,500 each. But we've been doing it for a couple of years now. It's awesome. Rob is a great guy. He was supposed to go on a hunt with us 2 years ago out in Wyoming. And I worked out at the same gym he did in Hampton there. And he came walking in. And I said, "You ready to go to Wyoming?" He kind of shook his head. And I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "My cancer's back." And I'm like, ugh. And he died 4 months later. Actually died when I was out in Wyoming. So I had to turn around and come home. But yeah, he was a great guy, Army veteran. He was deployed to Somalia. He has a twin brother who's a major in the New York State Police. Just a great family, great guy. And we raised money for the kids at Hampton. It's awesome. Kids love it.
I see that just shows some of the relationships you've made over the years with other veterans and them getting involved. And I can tell you that when I come out every year to host the Sportsman's Bash, which is September 26th, Pepsi Roadhouse in Burgettstown, I leave with just on a high, and it's just because you got all these veterans, you're raising money for veterans. There's a lot of veterans that attend. There's a lot of people that aren't veterans that just want to help other veterans. It's just, you just feel the love in the building. You really can. That's
what it's about, and I've been saying that for years. And one thing that you're pulling all these events up, these pictures, which is great. We like this McBride, the archery shoot. Like, she just reached out to me a week ago. It happens all the time. People are like, "Hey, we want to have a golf outing for you and give you the money." Okay, great. I appreciate that. But that's from, I think, the marketing side of it, me getting out there and knowing a lot of people like you in the media and getting the word out, other stations having me on. So to be honest, when I started in 2011, I don't know how I told you the story, but we were golfing at Old Stonewall in Elwood City. And I was with some buddies. I'm like, "What do you guys think about just starting a golf outing and raise some money for veterans?" Because I had started a golf outing in my uncle's name, Greg Brown, in Butler, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. And he passed away, so I started a golf outing because he was part of the midget football league in Butler. And we gave scholarships to Butler seniors. And I gave it to my cousin who took over, which is his son. And then I kind of was like, "Hey, you guys want to start a golf outing?" And next thing you know, we raised like $40,000. We're like, what do we do with this money? And I didn't want to give it to any of the big organizations because they have a ton of money. So one of my guys was like, "Why don't you file for nonprofit status?" And look, I'm dumber than a box of rocks. I didn't know how do you do that? So I had to hire a lawyer. And finally we got our status in 2013, and ever since, it's a pretty cool little nonprofit for local veterans.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I've known you since then. I think I met you in 2013, I think.
Yeah, your former boss. I was golfing with him, and he says, "You need to come into our studio and meet Danger." I'm like, "Who the hell is Danger?"
Who the hell is that guy? Oh, he's got red hair.
Who the hell? What they used to call you back in the day? With the flaming red hair?
White Lightning?
White Lightning or something. You had like a name. Danger Boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I was younger, I was Danger Boy, and then Danger Man, and then I just had to drop to just Danger.
It happens when you get older.
Yep. And now, if you look on the screen there, I've added. I don't even Jeremy Mulder. Who's that? I don't even know. Did you know that was my real name? I don't even. I don't use that very often.
Real name. The best part was when we went to. The best part is we went down to Mississippi and golfed.
Yeah. You know what? I was just telling. So my son, and I'm going to. By the way, I'm going to try to have a danger dare on each podcast. And on today's episode 1, my brand new daughter-in-law is going to do the danger dare that involves a ginormous snake at Ohio Pile. So there's a tease. It's coming up here in a moment.
Right. That's funny. I dare you.
Yeah. Yeah. But now I lost track. What was the question, Steve? I forgot the whole question. I'll have to go back on the tape.
Yeah, we're talking about going golfing in Mississippi.
Oh, yes. I was talking to my son because they're down at Ohio Pile this weekend.
Right.
And I said, the only 2 people – I moved to Pittsburgh right out of college, and only 2 people have ever gone back to my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee, with me.
Right.
And been to my dad's house, went and played golf. One is my wife, and the other one is you, Steve Monteleone. And you've been there multiple times. You've drank beers in my dad's garage.
Yeah, your dad's the best. Like, hey, you want a beer? Sit down. Okay. And no hurry, just so laid back. I love it.
He's very laid back. But I did.
Dude, the best story, I don't want to cut you off, but the best story, because I'll forget because of getting old, was when we went to that one course and your buddy come onto the golf course and he had no shoes on. He played golf with no shoes the whole time. I looked at you. I'm like, is he like that way all the time? And you're like, yeah.
Was that Larry? It had to be Larry. Larry's the hippie.
He had a cigarette and a beer, no shoes.
And he played like Persimmon Woods.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would hit them and they would go in the fairway every time. I mean, they didn't go far, but I'm like, how's this guy? He's got no shoes on hitting Persimmon Woods.
And then he has no shoes on, and the ball would go into the fescue, and you're like snakes and alligators. He's like, I ain't worried about that. I'm like, okay, dude. And then the best part is he'd be putting, and he'd have a cigarette in his mouth and a beer, and he'd put it on the green. Put his cigarette on top of the can.
Yeah. We were in Mississippi, though, and that's one of my favorite states, Mississippi. But that's some stuff you can do there.
Yeah. I just crack up. Those guys were great. I had so much fun with them guys.
So Steve Monteleone. So, all right, let's get to the danger dare. All right.
Yeah, sure.
So my son Henry just got married in April. He ran college track in Arkansas. He met another lady that ran track. That was love right there at first sight. Her name is Alexis. Now her last name is also Mulder, and they're in Pennsylvania as we speak. Actually, today is her birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Alexis. They sent me this video. Now, if you're what's a good tease? Like if you scare easily, stand back from your screen right now.
Viewer discretion advised.
Viewer discretion advised. She's at Ohio Pile.
Yeah.
And they're riding bikes on the trail. They actually rode from Ohio Pile all the way to Confluence and back.
Nice.
That's like 11 miles each way. And along the way, this ginormous snake was crossing the path. No giant snakes were hurt, but I think she did put her life on the line during this ride. And here is the footage.
You got a video of them? I'm videoing them. Good job.
I mean, what do you say about that? That right there. Look at that snake. Can we zoom in? I don't know if I know how to zoom in on this or not. I don't think I can.
Looks like a rat snake.
Yeah, he said it was a cottonmouth. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was a black mamba, but it's a big snake. I mean, she was able to get by it.
You don't want to get bit by a cottonmouth.
Happy birthday, Alexis, and thanks for being the first Danger Dare.
That's awesome.
Here on the podcast.
They live in Iowa?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
My oldest son's at Iowa State. So you know your stuff.
Yeah.
What about your kids? Where are they all off to now? You got any grandkids yet?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I'm old. That's what I say when I go. I'm like, oh God. But My oldest daughter's 33. She has 3 kids. They live in Mars. And those were my 3 grandkids.
Elon Musk would be so proud that they're the first ones on Mars.
Well, I'm bad grandpa because I'm so busy half the time I can't get over there. And then my son is 30. He's a probation officer in Washington County. And my youngest is 24, and she is a beautician and works at a local restaurant.
Okay. And they're all, so she's in the Pittsburgh area too?
Yeah, she's in the Pittsburgh area. That's my crew.
All right. Well, my kids are all over the place. I got 26 to my youngest just turned 12. So I'm busy, Steve.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, thank you.
But your oldest son is
26.
But he works in Iowa. He's making big time cabbage, isn't he?
Yeah, he got a job in agriculture, and he bought a house. He's got like a Mustang and a truck, and
yeah,
he's Mr. Cool at this point.
There's some good football out there. Iowa State, Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, I've found myself, if there's nobody else on, I'll turn on Iowa State because my son goes there.
Right. Wrestling.
And I didn't know, I mean, who pays attention to Iowa State around here, right? But they're actually ranked in football and basketball. Like, since he's been there like a couple of years, I noticed they're ranked in both sports every year.
Well, it's funny you say that because I had a connection to Iowa State because one of the coaches is from Butler.
Oh, no kidding.
Coach there, Lee Stalker, was like the assistant line coach. Now, when the Iowa State coach went to Penn State, now he's the defensive coordinator at Idaho.
Okay. Wow.
Moscow, Idaho.
He likes states that start with I, from Iowa to Idaho.
Yes, he does. He's a great dude, but that football connection's always been there since I've been coaching for him. So
I've never been to Idaho, but I hear it's like breathtakingly beautiful.
It is beautiful. Like when I go out west, I always tell people go out west. It's breathtaking. It's like when we're at, there's no traffic. I might see 3 cars all day. Like I'm sitting here in Wexford and it's bumper to bumper traffic. I come back, I'm like, why am I in Pennsylvania? You know what I mean? Like,
well, there's some parts of PA. Like I'm from Tennessee originally, but like I was up in the mountains this weekend, which shout out to Ohio Pile Vacation Rentals. If you go up to the mountains, you can rent a cabin. There's the resorts up there. The Laurel Mountains, I don't know. To me, and I haven't been to every piece of Pennsylvania yet.
Right.
But that's got to be that's one of the most beautiful places in the entire state.
I agree.
And you're not stuck in traffic jams there.
No, I mean absolutely. Like I said, when I go out west, I always tell people go to like the Rapid City, South Dakota area because you got Mount Rushmore, Badlands, Devil's Tire over in Wyoming. What's the other one they're making out of stone? It's Indian name. I can't remember. Geronimo. I don't know if it's Geronimo or.
Did you say Jackson Hole? That's in
Jackson Hole is on the other side of the state. It's on the western side. This is on the eastern side. There's so much to do. It's just so much to see, and people are so friendly when you go out there. And there's, like I said, there's not a lot of people. People are kind of spread out. You see a lot of cattle. And a lot of mountains, that's about it. But beautiful area. But I have to go out there because when I come back, I start football.
I wanted to say, so this is episode 1 of my podcast, but we're going to be doing a lot of sports podcasts as well. I'm excited to have a lot of local coaches on when we get close to football season, basketball season. And you started last year. You coached for several years for North Allegheny as an assistant.
Right.
But I think, is this your first head coaching job?
Yes, it is. Well, in football, I was the head coach of hockey team a long time ago. But I started coaching football when I was in the military. Then I got out, came home. I was actually played ice hockey. I started refereeing, and then I was the head coach at Butler for 2 years. And I got the heck out of Dodge there. That was terrible. And so I was always coaching football, and then I was at Butler for a few years. Went to Penn Hills, the offensive coordinator for a few years, and then I was at North Allegheny for, I don't even know how long. And then last year, one of our coaches from North Allegheny, Mike Booker, retired from NA a couple years ago, and he moved up to that area. And the coach up there that was the head coach before me, they needed an offensive coordinator. And I was going to take last year off, take a break. And they talked me into it. So I went up. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. We weren't a bad team either. And I was just going to go back to North Allegheny. Just wanted to try it for a year. Go back, and then next thing I know, they're calling me. They fired the head coach, or let him go, or he resigned, whatever. And people were calling me, school board members, all these people. Hey, would you be our head coach? I'm like, oh boy. So I applied, and there were 7 candidates. I got the job. So I got hired February 16th, which is my dad's birthday. Who the only thing that stinks about this, and you knew my dad, he passed away 2 years ago. The only thing that stinks is he'd have been smiling like a butcher's dog right now. He'd have been on the sideline screaming at me in the stands on practice, But I know he's with me. But that's the only thing that stunk about it. But
I gotta make it a point then this fall to go to a Slippery Rock high school football game. And would you say he would be doing? He'd be yelling at you. I'll start yelling at you from the sideline.
Dude, I could tell you a story. Like he would wait when I was at Penn Hills, the offense coordinator, even when I was in NA. Saturday morning, the phone would ring. As soon as he got up, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yes. What do you need there, Ara Parsegan? And he's like, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? I'm like, oh, God. I go, look. This isn't 1953 when you. The game's evolved. It's totally changed. But he was so passionate about it. He was a little crazy at our kids' games. He got kicked out of a couple games for yelling and screaming like a maniac. But yeah, Slippery Rock's been great. It's, I went up there, changed the culture, and we got 45 kids right now. And they're a 3A school. It's a small little school, but we'll see what happens. I might go in 10. I might go 10-0. You never know. One game and one day at a time.
I love it. Steve Monteleone, the founder and CEO of the It's About the Warrior Foundation, benefiting local veterans, and the head football coach at Slippery Rock High School.
Slippery Rock Rockets, baby.
The Rockets.
Look out.
I like it, man. This could be
Here's a question for you, though. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, Slippery Rock University is right across the street, right? And their uniforms are green and white. So you think Slippery Rock High School would be green and white? We're red and white. Like, I don't know if somebody was drinking beer and had Christmas colors mixed up or what's going on here.
Are you trying to implement that change there at the school?
That'll never happen. But I just thought it was curious. I'm like, and actually somebody brought it up the other day. Why are you guys not green and white? I'm like, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
But yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome. Looking forward to the season. Kids been working hard in the weight room and understanding what a commitment is and the change of culture.
Steve, many times over the years, you've been in the radio studio with me. Thank you for being on my first podcast. Do you get to play golf there? You brought up golf a few times during today's episode. Do you play much anymore?
Yeah. Well, my back was not cooperating at the time, but I played the other day. We only played 12 holes because it was so backed up. And I've been playing. I played pretty good. First time I went out, we only played 9 holes and shot 36.
Oh,
yeah. But
so you're back to your old ways then, because you've been a single-digit handicap for a while.
Yeah, I try. I don't think I'm a single digit, but there's days I can shoot 95. There's days I can shoot 75. It's golf, right?
I never will forget. So I'm a guy that averages in the low 90s. I can shoot, like, my best round in the last 12 months. I shot an 85 at Neville Wood.
It's pretty good.
I shot an 89 up at Williams Country Club a couple weeks ago.
85 at Neville Wood's pretty good.
That was a good round. That was like in October. But this guy usually shoots in the 70s. Every now and then, like you said, he'll have a bad round. And we went to Mississippi, and we played 36 holes on Saturday, 36 holes on Sunday. The first 2 rounds, he did what Steve Monteleone does. He kicked my can in the morning, kicked my can in the afternoon. But these were courses back in my hometown that I did know. Sunday morning, we went out to River Bend Links in Tunica, Mississippi, one of my favorite courses. And I shot an 88 and he shot an 89. And when I tell you he almost had a coronary and died right there on the golf course.
I was pissed.
You were so mad. Yeah. You were like, that's it. I'm done with golf. I'm taking up fishing. That's what you said.
So I said, taking up fishing. I think I said badminton, actually.
Yeah, and
badminton.
I had the lead by like one stroke with like 3 or 4 holes to go. And I don't know, because I'm a sucky golfer, but I made like 4 pars in a row. And his face was so red. Like, he's like, I can't believe I'm letting this little Irish punk beat me at golf. He was like, that was.
I kept shanking the ball. I'm like, you just shot 74 and 75. Now you're shooting 90. But that's
but your bad round of 89, I was able to get you one time. And that's the only time I've ever beat you. You've beaten me soundly every time since then.
Remember I said, we're playing another 18. We went to Tunica, remember?
Yeah, and then you just destroyed me.
74, and you were like, okay, you made your point. You big baby.
You beat me by like 25 shots or something.
You're like, you're such a baby. Okay, I made my point.
Yeah, it's like you can give up the golf or the fishing and badminton now. Yeah. You can keep.
Now I can care less.
Oh, those were good times, though.
Those were great times.
Steve, thanks for having me back at the Sportsman's Bash.
Your dad was the best, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah. No, I love my dad. That was my favorite thing about playing golf. And I don't know how you got into golf. It was my dad started playing, because I didn't play as a kid. I didn't start playing until at the end of college.
Yeah.
And I went out to play with my dad, and I just got hooked on it. It was so great to be out there with my dad and his friends and playing golf. And we did it every week. I mean, because down in the South, you could play all year. Before I moved here to Pittsburgh, we'd play 100 times a year.
Yep. Well, it's funny. My dad's golf swing was, it should be in the Hall of Fame, because so if this is the fairway and I'm hitting towards straight down this hallway in this room, he would point so far left, the ball would go big banana and go in the fairway about 150 yards.
And I never will forget 3 years in a row, me and my dad and Steve and his dad played Mystic Rock out at Nemacolin Resort, which is, I don't know, Steve, top 5 course in the state.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, it's top 100 in the country. And so what a treat for Father's Day. And I remember, I don't know if I was hungover or what. And I said, man, does anybody have an aspirin? And your dad goes, I don't remember what age he said, but he was like, danger, I'm 80 years old. And he reaches in his golf bag and he pulled out a Ziploc bag this big filled with ibuprofen. It's true. It's not even a joke. It was and he unzipped it and goes, how many you want?
Like a drug dealer. I'm like, what are you doing? I go, why do you have so many ibuprofen?
That was like $6,000 worth of ibuprofen he had there.
He goes, I'm constantly in pain. I'm 80. You wait till you get 80 years old. I'm like, okay.
I was like, and I took it and it was all better. So he saved the day there.
He was a piece of work.
Oh, what a great story.
That's a great story. I know. You looked at me like, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know.
It was almost like a setup, like a joke, you got
enough ibuprofen for everybody here on the mountain.
You can feed everyone in Fayette County.
And the wildlife. What the hell?
All right, Steve. September 26th is the day. It's about the Warrior Foundation Bash. We'll have you back on between now and then. And thank you for having me again. That's what I was saying earlier. I just appreciate, honored to be a part of this again.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm honored to be your first test dummy, I guess I am.
Yes, you are.
But
you are.
It worked out for you, but I thought it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm learning, what I can do here.
Radio.
What'd you say?
It was better being on the radio, because the radio, we had to take a break all the time. Okay, we got to take a break. I'm like, okay. Then we talk 10 minutes and take another break. Now
we have freedom here. Yeah, we can do what we want.
I hope this thing blows up for you, man. It's awesome. I hope it goes great for you.
I appreciate that. No, I'm glad to be back and glad to have people like you that have just been longtime friends, and you're doing great work with what you do. Someone was just asking me the other day about you, and I was like, why do you think so many organizations like the Penguins or the Pirates or have gotten behind you over the years? I'm like, because it's a great cause. It's just simple. We're going to give money for nice things for veterans, local veterans.
Number one, you're keeping the money here. And number two, I'm very transparent and open and honest. Like, you want to see the books? I'll let you go see the books. You want to talk to the lawyers? I'm not here to go to prison. I'm just here to help veterans have a good time. And I'm not going to do this forever. I'm 61. So, but it's good stuff, and we're helping veterans, and that's all that matters.
That's funny you say that because of all the like fraud and charities around the nation right now. No, you've been from the day I met you, when you walked in, you were like, look, man, some charities get all this money and just give a tiny percentage to the people they're supposed to give it to. I'm doing it the other way around.
Yeah.
A little bit goes. Yeah.
We get back like 70%.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. And I'm the only paid employee. Everybody else is a volunteer. And we have administrative costs, like you said.
Yeah, you to have nice things, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, so look, Steve, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being on the show today. And everyone let me put this website up one more time to get your Sportsman's Bash tickets. How much money worth of tickets did you say, or prizes?
Oh, well, there's $50 a ticket. You get two numbers on ticket, but the prizes on the ticket are like $30,000.
$30,000 worth of tickets. That's crazy.
In the back of the ticket, it's $30,000. There's guns, there's bows, there's cash, there's IFAC kits. So that stands for individual first aid kit, by the way, for you non-military folk don't like your acronyms. Funny, we had a meeting here, and somebody says, well, what does FOB mean? FOB, Forward Operating Base. Oh, when in the movies they're saying QRF, call the QRF, and it says Quick Reaction Force. She goes, how do you know that? I go, I've been around the military for 40 years out of my 60 years, so you learn a lot.
And SOS means save our supper.
Save our souls.
Save our souls. Okay. I was close.
No, you're right.
You know what? That's what we'll do next time we have you on. We'll put acronyms up, and then you tell us what they stand for.
Hopefully I know them.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
That'd be awesome.
And by the way, we can get a lot more guests on here too. This was just episode 1. I decided to try to keep it somewhat simple. But
it was great, man. You're doing a hell of a job. I hope it blows up for you. You're the best.
Thank you. Let's watch this snake video one more time before we go.
Don't be scared.
Near-death experience here for Alexis Mulder.
Listen to your son. Don't be scared. That's a cottonmouth.
Good job.
One of those.
Yeah, look at that thing, Steve. It's back there looking at her right now like, you're lucky I didn't bite you.
It's a cottonmouth. Those are deadly.
Yeah. It's Ohio pile snake, too.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's got to survive Bigfoot up there in the mountains. It's got to be tough.
That's awesome.
All right, Steve, I'll see you soon. Everybody go get tickets. IATW.us shop. God bless America. What do I save a cold one? I don't know.
Save a cold. You got to come up with a saying. At the
Save me a cold one.
At the end of the show, you save me a cold one or whatever.
Or like, I'll meet you on the first tee. Or meet me on the 9th green at 9 p.m.
I'll see you at the 19th hole.
Yes.
You got to have some kind of saying to end the show.
Yeah, we got to work on it. Let's meet up for beers later and work on that, Steve.
Absolutely. I'm in. Golf.
All right.
You got to golf.
Everyone have a great Monday.
Thanks, bud.